Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only P-Dog Knight.
And it's our Appreciation Month. Let's just get that out of the way right now. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as P-Dog Knight on the internet. Welcome back to the P-Dog Knight channel where, well, I'm in mourning because one of the great entertainers in Congress, unfortunately, will not be returning. We'll talk about that and a bunch of other primary news because there are primaries in a couple states that will interest the public and me especially because I'm I don't know. It's interesting. Let's just say that there's the squad is losing a member. There's one. The what's that called? The Freedom Caucus is retaining a member as far as getting through the primaries. We'll see how that person gets through the rest. But there's all kinds of stuff to talk about today, including I just noticed something that what's a good way to describe these people? The influencers that spend all their time on Twitter, basically massaging Joe Biden's taint with their tongues and, promoting all the great things that the president of the United States is doing. Well, I just noticed a new one that's the talking point of the day, and I don't believe it. And I'll tell you about that too. So, and I that wasn't even on my list today, but it's going to be there. But of course, as we normally do, I'm going to say hi to y'all, and then we'll get it started because I want to get through a lot of stuff today, and I'm going to try to get out of here at a time that I'm supposed to get out of here. That ain't going to happen, but we'll try. I do got my cup of reparations. A second day in the UPS tumbler today because this keeps my coffee nice and hot. And, oh, that Jamaican blend is just delicious. I can't remember the name of the brand, but they sell it at Sam's Club, and it's this locally produced Jamaican blend. Now, isn't that a weird thing to say? A locally produced Jamaican blend. I don't live in Jamaica, but the beans are from Jamaica, so that's how it works. So anyway, all right, let's say hi and get the show on the road. And today, first in the chat over on Rumble, and it looks like all by himself is Avocado Diablo who gets the bell. You get a lot of extra noise today. Actually, there's a few other people, but none of them said anything. If you're watching on Rumble by accident or on purpose, I don't care. At least just say hi in the chat. You got all these, I see the eyeball things showing 5 people. I'm one of the 5. 80's one of the 5. There's 3 of you who haven't said shit yet. Say hi. That's all I ask. On YouTube, first in chat is also Avocado Diablo because he is Johnny on the spot. Don't know why I'm punching every button I can find. Also, good morning, Kara Soldier. Parody Bear is here. Nice to have you back. It's been a while that I've seen you in the chat. You may have watched, but I just haven't seen you. Let me open another tab here because I want to. No one's sharing the show. Somebody share the show. Damn, what's going on here? Anyway, also hello, Attack Alpaca, Bookworm Attic, Kara Soldier, Patio Furniture, and is that Tyler F? What's up? Good morning. JB's in the house. Nice to see you. Lord Stanhope is here. Special K on acid. Don't drink tab. Never even open one. Man, okay. You're taking me back there, AD. And I think they still make tab, but I think it's very hard to find. So if you're not familiar with tab was a sugar-free, supposedly diet soft drink back in the day. It's supposed to taste like cola, but it basically tastes like, some kind of chemical accident. And it was, but there were people who actually liked tab. And I I thought they were weird because it was, because it was made by Coca-Cola, but then they came out with Diet Coke and Pepsi, because after Diet Pepsi came out, Diet Coke, tried to compete with that, and they got rid of Tab. But it was, it was awful. It was just awful. And I don't know why people liked it. But anyway, so there you go. That's our soda trivia today for those who do not live in the Midwest and say pop. That's our soda trivia today. So 14 viewers so far. That's not too bad, but I need you to share the show. And let's see if we can get some faces. Well, some avatars in the chat. And if you're watching a Rumble, I still wait for you to say hi on Rumble, because you're there. I see the numbers. Oh, now it's less. Nope, now it's back to 5. I know somebody else is on Rumble besides Avocados Diablo. So just say hi in the chat. You don't even have to stay. You might have just popped in by accident going, who the hell is this guy, right? Green Badger Outdoors. Thank you for doing it. I'm going to give you a bell just for that. Just because. Not to cheapen the bell, but just because. Welcome. I'm glad to hear. And now, see, Avocados Diablo even put his pants back on. See? Maybe that's all it took. Okay, let's get into the show, because I just want to get it going. Reminder, though, that the Morning Night Live is brought to you by you, the viewers of the Morning Night Live. Please sponsor the show in one of several ways you can. There's one of, obviously, just simple hitting the like button right now while you're thinking about it, while you hear it in your ear. Okay? You can share the stream. That's important. We're trying to grow the show. We're trying to grow the channel, because it's been stagnant for years. And, well, not years, for about a year. I've been at 23, what is it? How am I at 2,300 subs since for forever? Or maybe it's 2,100 subs. I don't know, just over 2,000. And, one of these days, I'm going to figure out a formula for gleaning subs. But anyway, you can help by sharing the stream, and you can sponsor the show during the show or 24 hours a day at pdognight.live. That's our Streamlabs link, where you can use PayPal or a credit card to drop a tip in the tip jar. That is the best way too, because you can write a long message. If you want to put links, you can do that, and you can, if you want to drop a Hamilton and hijack the show with an article that you want me to read, well, we can do that too. So there you go. Let's see. Tis the number. I don't know what tis the number means. What are you talking about there? I don't know. I do not know. More clickbait. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I guess I need to. Again, I need to do a little more clickbait titles, and probably clips from the show would help. But I look, and I'm asking you guys too to help me with this. If you're especially if you're watching a replay, and you see a segment that I do that you think would make a good just standalone. Now, there was one about one of the Q&As recently. Someone mentioned, and I am going to make I'm going to make a separate clip of that, but I don't know if that's going to encourage people to watch the show, or if it's going to encourage people to go, what the hell is this? It may just do that. I don't know, but we'll figure out ways. We'll grow the channel. We'll get more people in here. Now, I just mentioned, let's get in the news. I just mentioned this thing that I just saw, and I'm finding it a little bit funny that all of a sudden all of the little influencer fucks are touting this announcement by the Department of Homeland Security, talking about how Joe Biden has made a miraculous decision with his asylum executive order. So, and I saw two people. So first of all, this is Ana Cabrera, who is what does Ana Cabrera do? She's an anchor at MSNBC. So she's a spokesman for the Democratic National Committee. New DHS, which is the Department of Homeland Security, says that in the 3 weeks since the President of the United States executive action limiting asylum processing, Border Patrol's 7-day encounter average has decreased more than 40% to 2,400 encounters a day. Oh my gosh, that is so fantastic. Oh my God, best president. Wait, hold up, shut up. Wait, they're bragging that the 7-day encounter average is 2,400 a day? A day? A day? 2,400 a day? Okay, hold up. Let me get out my handy dandy calculator on my phone here. Where is it? There it is, calculator. Let's see, 2,400 times 365. Well, that's only 876,000 people a year if that remains the average for a year. Wow, that's oh boy, that whoa, wow, that's they're bragging about this, and the guy right next to him, John Cooper. Fun fact: in the 3 weeks since President Biden's executive action limits asylum processing, the U.S. Border Patrol's 7-day encounter average has decreased dramatically. You mean if that's a dramatic? Wait. Hold on. 20. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's get my calculator out again. 2,400 divided by 40%. No. Wait. Is it that? No. It's divided by, or yeah, I think divided by you do, right? 2,400 divided by 0.4 equals. That means they had 3,600 a day average before. Wow. Unbelievable. That executive action is doing wonders. Yeah, exactly, AD. Almost like his previous policy was a problem. So in fact, let's just I'm gonna tweet snipe you there, AD. So I'm going to put, clearly Biden's previous policy was a problem. What took so long? Holy shit. Somebody said, and then someone replies to her, it's so much better when Biden gets credit with this kind of move than begging and groveling for immigration border bill scraps from GOT's Trumpsters for 3+ years. No, he did not ask for a border bill for 3 years. He just started asking for one this year in an election year. He didn't ask for shit. And the holy shit, the GOP Congress gave you a border bill in the first year of your fucking term in office, Joe Biden. Of course, that's some idiot here saying that shit. Unbelievable. Oh my God. Oh, we exacerbate a problem by 5 times, and then we do an executive order during an election year that reduces our fuck up by 40%. Way to go, Joe Biden, you fucking clowns. Holy shit. I can't believe it's unbelievable. You didn't do shit for 3.5 years. You exacerbated the problem by multitudes. And now you're touting the fact that you're down to 2,400 encounters a day. Oh, you mean 2,400 catch and release a day? Shut the fuck up. Holy shit, I'm swearing already in the middle. I'm already swearing. I'm going to leave that open. Fuck them. Unbelievable. They're so excited. And then they say, oh, congressional GP blocks border security. POTUS leads on border security. Oh my God, they're touting this. Here's the AP story. Unbelievable. You just bag of douchebags. Homeland Security says border arrests fall more than 40% since Biden's halt to asylum processing. Wait a minute. Holy shit. That's not what this says. These people are tweeting something else. They're saying the encounter average decreased. Now this article says arrests fall more than 40%. Does this mean you're not arresting them now? Is that what it is? You're not processing any more than 2,400? And then what happens? Oh my God. This is some propaganda bullshit. I cannot believe it's unbelievable. They're so full of shit, and the AP is playing along. Let's see here. Oh my God. Come on, scroll. There we go. Last week, Customs and Border Protection said its monthly release of statistics that border arrests had fallen 25% since Biden order took effect, indicating that they have decreased much more since then. Monthly data releases are closely watched metric of border security and how many people are coming to the southern border of the U.S. The numbers reached a record number last December. and that's the funny thing. So you decreased it by 40% after record numbers. So maybe it's just the fact that it decreases in the hot months in the middle of the summer too. Who knows? They try to make lemonade out of dog shit every day. The record high last December before falling roughly half in January. So the record numbers then falling in half. Nothing changed in January, so there must be a seasonal aspect to this. Maybe the cartels took a break after Christmas. Who knows? A large part of that decrease was believed to be due to Mexican enforcement on its side of the border. So nothing that the Biden administration did anything with this. It had to do with Mexican enforcement on the Mexican side of the border. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas is scheduled to address reporters Wednesday in Tucson, Arizona, the busiest corridor for illegal crossings during much of last year. U.S. authorities say the 7-day daily average of arrests in Border Patrol Tucson sector was just under 600 on Tuesday, down from just under 1,200 on June 2nd. So, what does that mean? Maybe, look, the cartels adjust their flow based on what the United States is going to do. And when they're saying they can collect $1,500 or $15,000 in some cases to get you across the border, they want to make sure that you don't get sent back because they went over their 2,500 person limit that Biden just put under the executive order. This is so funny. I can't believe these assholes are touting this. Under the asylum suspension, which takes effect when daily arrests are above 2,500, anyone who expresses a fear or an intention to seek asylum is screened by the U.S. asylum officer, but at a higher standard than currently used. If they pass screening, they can pursue more limited forms of humanitarian protection than asylum, including the UN Convention Against Torture. Oh, get the fuck out of here. This is amazing. And these assholes are touting this. Shut the fuck up. Okay, I'm better now. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable, these assholes. Moving on. Other things that are happening, trending, whatever. Now, I don't know what BLAG is, the Bipartisan Legal Advisory Group, whatever that is. The Bipartisan Legal Advisory Group has declared that they voted 3-2 to declare the January 6th committee illegitimate, along with all subpoenas issued by the committee. This decision has significant implications for Steve Bannon, who is facing potential prison time for defying a subpoena from the committee. Speaker Mike Johnson announced that the House would file an amicus brief with the Supreme Court to support Bannon's case. So, as you may or may not know, Steve Bannon, they were going to jail him again, re-jail him. He was for snubbing the January 6th committee. They sent him a subpoena and they got a contempt of Congress, and they were going to put him in jail again, right? And but there's been a lot of action going on behind the scenes in Congress because we know the January 6th committee was not properly formed based on their own rules and, whatever that they have. And also the fact that they threw away a lot of their documents and stuff that they were supposed to keep. They destroyed a lot of the evidence that probably didn't look good for them. But anyway, so someone says, Amy Kramer says, this is big news for Steve Bannon. In the House, the BLAG Bipartisan Legal Advisory Group voted tonight 3-2 that the J6 committee was legitimate. I wonder if that was on party lines. I wonder if was that a party line vote? Anyway, BLAG directed the House Office of the General Counsel to file an amicus brief in support of Steve Bannon with Justice Robert Scotus. So anyway, now, so that's interesting. And that's a lot of news about that. Let's see. This has happened, and Speaker Johnson will proceed. Blah blah blah. So that's interesting. So there's a chance that Bannon might be saved from going back to jail again. Who knows? Also in the news. It's Hump Day, by the way. Hump Day. Hey, I can't show you the Hump Day page because there's a lot of butts and penises and boobs and all kinds of things. In fact, speaking of boobs, this is on the Hump Day page. Joe Biden is just fine. Oh, here it is. The deep fake gate. The state orders you not to believe your own eyes. That's a perfect Hump Day message. Is there music on this? I don't know. I don't want to play it.
We're seeing these deep fakes, these manipulated videos.
Joe Biden tried to sit down when he wasn't supposed to. That was fake. I'm going to take the music off. Actually, I'm not going to play it. So anyway, I can't show you the Hump Day page, so we'll just skip that. Moving on, we got Adam Kinzinger's trending. Now, he was trending very high this morning when I first looked at X, the app formerly known as Twitter. And it's because Adam Kinzinger, the crying little bitch from Ohio who's no longer a congressman, has decided to endorse Joe Biden for re-election. Now, Adam has a very hate relationship with Donald Trump because he's a bitch. And just let's look at Adam Kinzinger's endorsement of Joseph Rahim. What do they call it? Urban Jungle Biden. Okay, here's Adam Kinzinger.
I'm Adam Kinzinger, and I'm proud.
Exciting! Former Republican congressman. Yeah. Why are you a former Republican congressman? Because you suck!
Conservative. I always have been.
Have you? Really? Was that J6 committee performance conservative? Adam, did you believe in the rule of law? Did you believe in all of the evidence being shown, or did you just see the dog and pony show that it was, and the Hollywood production that the J6 committee was, and just go along with that shit? That doesn't sound very conservative. You'd think you'd want to hear all sides of everything, but no, you allowed that committee to destroy evidence. Okay, I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you talk, Adam. Sorry.
As a proud conservative, always put democracy and our Constitution above all else.
Democracy!
It's because of my unwavering support for democracy that today, as a proud conservative, I'm endorsing Joe Biden for re-election.
Well, then you're an idiot, because nothing Joe Biden's doing, nor his puppeteers are doing, is conservative. Now, you could say that, you could support somebody else. You could say right in, you're going to say, I'm not going to vote. But you're supporting Joseph Biden, who's not a conservative. So what exactly how does that hash out in your little brain?
My entire life has been guided by the conviction that America is a beacon of freedom, liberty, and democracy.
Yes.
So while I
and
certainly
now the law, the lawfare that's going against the guy you hate, are you endorsing that?
Agree with President Biden on everything, and I never thought I'd be endorsing a Democrat for president.
Well,
I know that
we all knew that you would be endorsing a Democrat for president because you're a bitch.
Will always protect the very thing that makes America the best country in the world.
What is that?
Our
Inflation?
democracy. Donald Trump poses a direct threat to every
Oh, wait a minute.
fundamental
Hold up. Okay. Good morning, Jimmy Das Hotep. Yeah, I stopped the show for you, brother. Nice to see you. Okay, here we go.
best country in the world, our democracy. Donald Trump poses a direct threat to every fundamental American value.
How? Whoa. Wait a minute. What? Donald Trump poses a direct threat to every fundamental American value. Really? Okay. Let's see. First Amendment is a fundamental American value. Freedom of speech. Is Donald Trump trying to silence anybody? I don't recall. Second Amendment, right to bear arms. Is anyone that related to Donald Trump trying to take away any of your rights to bear arms. I think he got that bump stock thing wrong, but whatever. Okay. Fourth Amendment. Well, the Biden administration is certainly not giving Trump that. Fifth Amendment. There's a whole lot of shit that the current administration is threatening that I don't see Trump threatening. Anyway, real quick, thank you, Avocados Diabli, for sponsoring the show. And you are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Thank you, sir. Dropping a small bullet in the tip jar saying, well, guys, guess I'm voting for Biden now because all I was waiting for was who Adam was going to endorse. Things no one ever said. Exactly. You are correct. All right, let's see. So Donald Trump, let's get back to this. Donald Trump is a direct threat to every fundamental American value. Really? Make that money. I don't think he's against that. Anyway, here we go.
He doesn't care about our country. He
doesn't care about our country? Really? Because I believe he wants to make America great again. Which, look, and the people who say, oh, America was never great, really? Was America great when we fought a war that eventually ended slavery? Was America great when we passed the Civil Rights Act in 1964? Was America great when we sent our troops to help in World War II and be a major part of D-Day, liberating the European continent? I think there's a lot of examples when America was great. Yes, there was times when America didn't live up to its creed, and we've not for 220 or 30 whatever fucking years it's been, almost 250 years now, isn't it? Holy shit! Tomorrow is it 250? 250 years next year. That's so weird to say. Oh my God. 2 years. 26 will be 250 years. For almost 250 years, we've done nothing but try to continually improve the greatness of America. And yet, there's so many who just decide that it needs to be torn down. I don't get it. So anyway, he doesn't care about you. Donald Trump cares a lot about a lot of people. Donald Trump has been one of those people who does a lot of nice things for people and usually doesn't ask for any credit. I mean, we start hearing about the stories of people telling. You listen to Judge Joe Brown talk about Donald Trump and how he helps many black businessmen in New York get their business started and basically gave them grants, not even loans. He gave them loans and then wouldn't take payment back. Or the homeless people that Donald Trump has helped, or the hospital that he built, or you don't even know about that, but the Trumps built a hospital. I mean, they do a lot of things that just they don't get credit for. But anyway, he doesn't care about you. Okay, where are we at? Good morning, Ty Alexander. And also, Annalyn is in the house. The Scourge. Okay. He doesn't care about you.
He only cares about himself. And
does he? Really? Now, maybe you have a Neuralink, Adam. Maybe you have a Neuralink. And your Neuralink is directly connected to Donald Trump's Neuralink. And so you know that he only cares about himself. I don't know. It's weird. Adam, you make assertions that I don't know how you can determine that.
One or anything in pursuit of power. We saw that when he tried to overturn an election that he knew he lost in 2020.
And that's where Adam's going with this.
He attacked the foundation of this nation, encouraging a violent mob of his supporters to march on the Capitol.
Wait. Did he invite them to march on the Capitol and destroy? What? No. Peacefully.
To prevent the peaceful transition of power.
No, the transition of power happened January 20th. That didn't try. What are you talking about?
Now he's become even more dangerous. He's called for termination of the Constitution. He wants to...
Whoa! What? I need a source, a direct source, video evidence, something that he's called for what? The termination of the Constitution? When did he do that? And also this lie about Donald Trump's dictator promises, no joke. He joked about being dictator for a day and then going back to work. Kind of like Joe Biden's first day in office when he did all those executive orders.
Wants to be a dictator on day one. He actually said that. And he's continuing to
No, you misquoted him, but anyway.
The flames of political violence. There's too much at stake to sit on the sideline.
Democrats own a vast majority of the political violence in this country.
So to every American of every political party and those of none, I say now is not the time to watch quietly as Donald Trump threatens the future of America. Now's the time to unite behind Joe Biden and show Donald Trump off the stage once and for all.
Well, Adam, you've had experience being shown off the stage once and for all, because you will never win an elected office in your state again. Now, who knows? Maybe you'll move to a different state and find yourself on a ballot somewhere and someone will give a shit and maybe even you'll get a couple votes here and there. But Adam, you're an idiot. You are an idiot. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, this is interesting. What is this? Someone's replying to something I said here. Oh, I see. Because some people are replying to the little tweet I did here. So here's the thing, and actually they're replying to AD. I just stole this thunder. Here's what people are replying. I said, so clearly previous policy was a problem. What took so long? Now, this person says Congress holds the purse. Republicans won't allow a vote because Trump wants the election issue. This is an emergency stopgap measure not intended to solve the issue, and no real funds can be put into it this way. This is not a solution, just a thumb in a hole. And this other person says the Border Patrol wanted the strict border bill passed. Trump ordered Republicans to drop it. Conservative Senator Lankford was pissed as it was his bill. Biden's executive order will be challenged in court as overreach. Congress needs to pass the bill. You mean, wait a minute. You mean H.R. 2? H.R. 2. Oh, you mean H.R. 2? The border bill that was passed by the House three years ago? There. Bitch, shut the fuck up. All right. I'm not going to argue on Twitter while we're here. So let's move on. What do I got next here? We did Adam Kinzinger. Fuck Adam Kinzinger. Now this one. we talked about Monica Lewinsky yesterday, just kind of as a side to the fact that Monica Lewinsky at one time went on a date with Jake Tapper, right? And then we made a little Hawk Tua joke, right? If you're familiar with the Hawk Tua girl, that was great. Hi, Jen T. Oh, Jen T, you're in the house too. How you doing, my friend? Nice to see you. Okay, so, and my favorite Canadian Jaeger ponies here. There's a whole bunch of people here that I didn't notice dropped in. Holy shit. Well, welcome. I'm glad y'all are here. In fact, I'm very glad you all are here. We're up to 25 people. Hit the like button. There's only like 16 likes. Let's get your shit together, people. Let's go. Anyway, yesterday we mentioned Monica Lewinsky because we were talking about Jake Tapper, and we also mentioned that they had dated at one point in time, which how that happened, I don't know. Look, let me just say something. I'm gonna be perfectly frank about Monica Lewinsky. Okay, she got duped by, Bill, right? But she's a lovely young lady. And in fact, she's become quite attractive as she has aged. She's aged very well. She's a nice looking lady, but she's still one of these She's a left-wing lunatic still, right? But she's okay. And so I can understand why Jake Tapper might date her. But the idea that someone named Jake Tapper would date Monica Lewinsky has just an entire, book of jokes you could write about it, right? Haktua. Anyway, hello, Amazing Disgrace 2 and number 1. So, anyway, I just caught this little ditty right here because Monica Lewinsky on, I don't know how long ago this was angry about the documents case in Florida. That judge, what's her name? I remember the judge's name. But she's mad about the documents case in Florida. And because there's about a lot of news about the documents. So she tweeted this: I am awake and angry about the documents case in Florida. Really? That's what you think about at night? Apparently, Jake Tapper's no longer around. It is insane that it hasn't moved forward to trial. Well, if the DOJ hadn't kept fucking up things, it may have gone to trial by now, but now they're finding out a lot of stuff about it. We'll get to it. If the documents had been declassified, which they weren't, then all Trump had to do was Xerox them and return originals that were being, wait a minute, Xerox them? What century are you living in, Monica? No one says Xerox them anymore. Only people my age understand what the fuck you're talking about. But, anyway. So this person answered, go Haktua, you'll feel better. So that's funny. It's funny to me. Maybe. Well, let's see if this works this time. Hey, look at that. I think we're alive. I think we made it. Are we good? Maybe. How can I be at 148? Okay, we're good. I'm back. So, I was on Monica Lewinsky. No, I should never, ever, ever, ever say that line, ever. This thing says it's still screwed up, but I see my face, so it's a good connection. All right, here we go. Sorry, guys. This is one of those things. And apparently, if you talk about Monica Lewinsky, that could cause you problems. So anyway, that's all I had to say about Monica Lewinsky. There we go. All right, let's move on. Let's see. We already talked about the bipartisan legal group. I don't know why I have it on here twice. So we'll skip that. Or did we talk about the bipartisan legal advisory group? Yeah, we did. 3-2. All right, let's move on. Evan Gershkovich, you know who that is? That's the Wall Street Journal. I believe it's the Wall Street Journal journalist who is going to be on trial in Ruski. Hang on, I have to adjust a couple things since the stream died. Evan Gershkovich is trending. He is here we go. All right, here we go. Evan Gershkovich's trial has begun in secret in Ekaterinburg, the city where Russians FSB arrested him last year. Beyond surreal to see Evan, a superb journalist, in the defendant's glass cage on these ludicrous charges for which Russia has not provided any evidence. So he's the Wall Street Journal reporter who's been accused of espionage in Russia. So people are watching that trial. It's a shame. Most journalists in the United States are very angry about this, which is great. Now, here, even now, this is interesting. So this woman says, so if he doesn't win, he'll just let Evan Gershkovich perish in a Russian prison. There are no words. Wait a minute. Evan Gershkovich, the young Wall Street Journal reporter who's being harshly detained in Russia as his espionage trial is about to begin, will be released prior to my taking office if I win the election on November 5th. Crooked Joe can't do anything right, although it is likely that he will pay billions, which continues a very bad Biden precedent to get Evan home. I got a record 58 hostages brought home, paid next to nothing. Putin has no respect for Biden, and that's the way it goes. Fear not, Evan. I will get you home soon, and you will be safe while there. Which saying, well, if you don't win the election, you're not going to do anything. Well, that's not what he's saying. He's saying that Joe Biden sucks. And so here, the Wall Street Journal Communications Department says, today, Dow Jones CEO and the Wall Street Journal publisher Almar Latour and Wall Street Journal editor-in-chief Emma Tucker released the below statement on the Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich. And here's what the statement says. Today, our colleague Evan Gershkovich faced the Russian regime's shameful and illegitimate proceedings against him. It's jarring to see him in yet another courtroom for a sham trial held in secret and based on fabricated accusations. While we are told he's doing well given the circumstances, Evan's wrongful detention continues to be a devastating assault on his freedom and his work and an unfathomable attack on the free press. It's outrageous that he has already endured 455 days in prison where he never should have been arrested. The underlying facts have not changed. Evan is a journalist who was accredited by the Russian government, and journalism is not a crime. The time to bring Evan home is now, and we continue to demand his immediate release. So we'll keep an eye on that trial. It seems like everybody in the United States agrees that that's a bullshit situation, and everyone's wishing him the best. And in fact, I don't know if you remember this, but Tucker Carlson, when he interviewed Putin, actually called him out to his face on that reporter. And he called on Putin to release him so he could take him home. So anyway, unfortunately it did not happen. Other things happening. Okay, there's a couple more here. I see. There's two. I had two Evan Gersh. Wait. Why is this out of order? This should be over here. Okay, let's get into some primary action because, that's what the main topic today is. Some of the primaries that happened. Now, let's start in Colorado because this is one that I'm sure many of the Democrats and lefties and journalists and media, which I know, very redundant, were hoping would go a different way. In the Colorado Congressional District 4, U.S. Representative Lauren Boebert won the Republican primary in the 4th Congressional District on June 26, securing over 44% of the vote. This victory comes despite controversies and accusations of carpetbagging as she switched districts for this election. The win was notable as it was part of a series of primary results that saw mixed outcomes for candidates endorsed by former President Donald Trump. So that's interesting because she technically isn't in the 4th District. For some reason, I don't know why she's running. Oh, because I think they were going to... They redistricted much of Colorado, partly with the attempt to get rid of Boebert, right? And so she ends up running in the 4th district, and she has won the 4th district. Now, 44% of the vote, that's interesting because that means there's several candidates, and you don't have to get 50% of the vote to win the primary. I don't know if she's going to win the congressional seat in the 4th district, though. I don't know if it's any more conservative than the 3rd, but we'll see what happens. But that's interesting. So the AP story breaking Boebert wins primary to replace Ken Buck in Colorado District 4. Now, which is interesting. I don't know. Was Ken Buck a bad guy? I think he was kind of those wishy-washy Republicans, right? And so some of these people are Republicans against Trump. This is an embarrassing day for the Republican Party. Well, go fuck yourself. No, it's none of your damn business if you, whatever. So anyway, now other primaries. Okay, and here's Boebert's what do you call it? The trending topic. So here's the announcement from MSNBC. Oh, I see. Well, see now with 85% in, the other candidates barely got any. So she got a vast majority of or a vast plurality of the votes. Here's MSNBC announcing Lauren Boebert's win.
Just a minute ago, NBC characterized this race and declared that Lauren Boebert, who moved from the 3rd congressional district in Colorado, where she had a very big scare in 2022, to the 4th congressional district on the eastern side of the state, open a seat here. Boebert has won that Republican primary. Colorado is a state that's basically all mail-in voting. So, look, 85% of the vote.
Wait, all mail-in voting? You mean only guys can? You mean they don't believe in the 19th Amendment? Oh, wait. I mean mail-in as in, that stupid mail-in ballot shit, which I don't know. Maybe they have a way to control it. I don't know. But she came in with 43% of the vote, 44% of the vote. The closest challenger only got 15%. So she did pretty good there.
Counted. That's within about 20 minutes of the polls closing in Colorado, and it's an emphatic victory for Lauren Boebert, obviously, who benefited from very divided opposition. Her opponents did not coalesce, did not unite behind a single alternative. 44% of the vote amounts to a landslide for Boebert in Colorado 4. Alex.
Notice how he's trying to minimize it there. That's interesting. Other primaries, though. Should I skip the squad? There was one that I wanted to do before I talked about Jamal Bowman. Well, let's talk about Jamal Bowman. Oh, in Utah, there was one too. And a Trump endorsee lost to, I must have messed up the tabs here. That's Evan Gershkovich. Okay, let me refresh this here real quick. Maybe this is the one. Maybe. What's going on with this? Okay, we won't be refreshing it. Let's get to Jamal Bowman. Because Fireman Jamal has lost the primary in New York. Breaking news, Democratic fire alarm specialist and friend to AOC, Representative Jamal Bowman, just officially lost his election to George Latimer. This makes former Representative Bowden the official first member of the squad to lose an election. Now, the question is, I wonder how he lost. Now, I don't know why he followed up with this. Jamal Bowman is out. New York is turning red. Let's end the mental health crisis that is liberalism together. No, I don't know that. We don't know that New York is turning red. And in fact, I don't think George Latimer is anywhere close to red. But it's an interesting development. If you saw the little AOC stage meltdown she did the other day at a Bowman rally. Why are none of these tabs working? Okay, obviously I'm having computer problems here. Let's just close that for now until it works again. Anyway, here's the New York Post story on this. George Latimer ousts squad Representative Jamal Bowman in New York's 16th District's Democratic primary. Westchester County Executive George Latimer sent Representative Jamal Bowman packing from Congress Tuesday night, so Jamal Bowman's now lame duck, defeating the far-left squad member and the 16th District Democratic primary. Latimer, 70, will be heavily favored to defeat Representative Madeleine Brain in the November 5th general election to represent the deep blue Bronx and Westchester constituency. Quote, tonight, we turn the page and we say that we believe in inclusion for everybody. I wonder if that's a reference to white people. Latimer told cheering supporters in White Plains, it doesn't matter your age, religion, sexual identity, whether you're a right-hander or left-hander, whether you are a Mets fan or a Yankees fan. Our inclusiveness in Westchester County is how we govern the people. He added, you can't destroy this county with your rhetoric and your arguments. We have to have unity against Fireman Jamal. Bowman's 4-year House tenure will come to an end following the most expensive congressional primary ever in terms of ad spending. What? The most expensive congressional primary ever in terms of ad spending, it like anywhere. A race which pitted pro-Bowman groups like Justice Democrats and Working Family Party against an alliance of moderates turned off by the incumbent's stances mainly on Israel. The incumbent took an early lead Tuesday night, and the first results came in from the Bronx portion of the district where Bowman racked up 83% of the vote. But the picture changed as the Westchester precincts reported an overwhelming vote for Latimer, with 71% of the estimated vote tabulated as of 10:50 p.m. Latimer led Bowman 55% to 43%. So he kicked his ass by a full 10%. Now, I want to show you, though, if my computer decides to stop taking a dump on me here, which it seems to be determined to continue to do. I really want to. Is this it? No, that's the wrong one. That's Squad. Let me show you the one that caught my eye, though, when I was looking for this. God dang it. What's going on here? This is maddening. Hopefully it shows up, because this is the one that got me. So the Bowman camp is blaming. Now it's interesting because the New York Post mentioned that a coalition of, mostly Westchester, whatever, and mad about Bowman's stand on Israel, right? The Bowman camp is blaming. Oh, there we go. We lost everything. Is this going to work? What the hell's going on here? Here it comes. Maybe. Okay. All right, here we go. It's working again. So on X, now I'm frozen. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Bowman's Progressive Squad loses New York seat. Jamal Bowman, a member of the Progressive Squad in Congress, lost his primary election to George Latimer in New York's 16th congressional district. The race was notable for its high spending, with a total of $25 million spent on a fucking primary. That's a lot. And was seen as a significant defeat for the progressive wing of the Democratic Party. Bowman's loss was attributed to various factors, including his controversial actions and statements, as well as the influence of external groups like AIPAC, which supported his opponent. Oh my God! Are they blaming it on the Jews? Well, kind of. AIPAC funding defeats Bowman, democracy or foreign influence. The American Israel Public Affairs Committee, which has been criticized for its significant financial contribution to political campaigns, particularly in the recent defeat of Representative Jamal Bowman. Critics argue that AIPAC, a lobbying group, uses its fund to influence U.S. politics in favor of Israeli interests, potentially undermining American democracy. They're blaming it on the Jews. Here's Waleed Shahid. AIPAC's unprecedented $20 million to oust Jamal Bowman invites every special interest to replicate their model of buying elections. Wait a minute. Their model of buying elections? Their model of buying elections? Have you looked around the country and seen a trend in big city DAs getting their elections bought by he who shall not be named? What the actual F are you talking about? AOC and Jamal Bowman both ran on anti-AIPAC platforms. Both of them claim AIPAC funded campaigns against them. One of them won 82% of the votes. Is AIPAC that bad at their job, or do maybe, just maybe, not manipulate the public through Jewish dogma? Wait a minute, because AOC won her primary. I think AIPAC might have put some money in that too, so whatever. I'm whatever. So anyway, the New York Post is celebrating this loss by Jamal Bowman. Hopefully, Jamal Bowman's defeat is the first against the radical left squad. One squad member down, 8 to go, they say. Vulgar Junior Fire Marshal Jamal Bowman. That's actually in the newspaper. lost his Democratic primary to George Latimer Tuesday night, bringing an end to one of the more embarrassing political tenures in New York history. He's the first member of the Squad, the radical leftist caucus under Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, to be shown the door. The liberal press is presenting this as a tragedy, a heartbreaker, wrote Michael Goldberg of the New York Times, saying it will probably serve as a warning to other politicians about the cost of breaking with Washington's pro-Israel political consensus. Oh, nigga, please. If by consensus you mean the rational majority who reject Bowman's belief that the rapes of Israelis by Hamas terrorists was propaganda, then yes, the reason prevails. Anyway, so yeah, they're blaming it on, they're going to blame it on AIPAC. Isn't that special? Isn't that special? Yeah, there's another article in the American Spectator, but I'm not going to read it, but just saying Representative Jamal Bowman and the toxic rot of the Squad. The congressman can't seem to shake his hideous anti-Semitism, and the rancid Democratic Socialists of America, they don't mind. So anyway, let's see. Let's move on. We're going to do just some bits and pieces as we go along here. So this is trending. Now remember, these summaries on X are summaries of what people are saying on X. So if a large group of the lefty shitbags, paid influencers, all write the same thing, then Grok will, put that in the summary. So this is an interesting thing, and I'm going to read a couple different things about this case at Mar-a-Lago, the classified documents. So here's the Grok summary, okay, which is a combination of what many people are saying about it. Newly released photographs from the FBI search of Mar-a-Lago show classified documents stored in a disorganized manner alongside personal items. The images have sparked controversy, with some alleging that the FBI staged the scene to make it appear more incriminating. We know that they did in some cases because they've admitted it in court filings, but we'll get to that. The FBI has denied these claims, stating that the photographs accurately depict the conditions in which the documents were found. The documents were mixed with personal items such as clothing and Christmas decorations. The FBI also requested that CCTV cameras be turned off during the search for safety reasons. Oh, really? Oh, we turned off our body cams because we didn't want to, invade the privacy of the people that we're beating with our sticks. But this request was denied. The raid was monitored by Donald Trump and his staff via CCTV. So maybe there's some video of this. We don't know. But so Victoria Brown, where she's one of the influencers, and I think she writes for who does she write for? Who knows? Award-winning investigative journalist, society professor. She's a Biden crony. Just going to keep posting the story until everyone gets how big it really is. New evidence photos showed Trump classified documents spilled onto the floor and stored with clothes at Mar-a-Lago. Okay. Another one. Now this is interesting. In court papers, we know the FBI staged the photographs more than just pulling stuff on the ground during the raid at Mar-a-Lago. They brought stuff with them and put it on the ground. Now it's all coming out the courtroom in Florida under Judge Cannon. So let's watch both these reports. We're going to watch an MSNBC report, then we're going to watch a Newsmax report, then we're going to go to Julie Kelly, who's been following this carefully. So let's watch what Victoria Brownworth decides to put on from MSNBC, okay, the media arm of the Democratic National Committee.
Right now in federal court, former President Trump's lawyers are trying to exclude a key piece of evidence, the classified documents found during the raid of his Mar-a-Lago residence.
Wait, exclude
Hours
them?
ago, we got new photos of those documents, pictured alongside items the FBI
now,
says they were
hang on a
found
second.
with.
Now, we also know that some of these pictures were staged. We know for a fact. Now, not all of them. We don't know how these were because remember, the FBI comes in and raids and ransacks everything. So we'll see.
In one photo, 2 stacks of paper marked top secret twice in bright orange.
Now, remember, these bright orange cover pages, those were brought by the FBI. We know that in the court filing. And it's funny that she mentions this as one of these pictures. Bullshit. they admitted that they brought these cover sheets.
Lettering had been in a box with a book and what appears to be a red pillow. In another, at least 3 crumpled, unfolded polo shirts were stored in the same container as papers marked confidential. More shirts can be spotted in this row of teetering boxes housing documents. And there are a variety of items, newspapers, clothes, an instrument case in these images of papers that appear to have spilled out onto the floor. NBC's Ken Delanian is reporting from court in Fort Pierce, Florida. I'm also joined by Glenn Kirshner, former federal prosecutor and an MSNBC legal analyst.
Yeah, now I'm wondering if they're going to read the court documents or if they're just going to say, oh, looks terrible. This is whatever, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, Ken, what's the argument we expect the defense to make today?
Well, first, Chris, there's so many pretrial motions and hearings, they're starting to bump into each other. So the photos you showed are actually from a motion that Jack Smith filed last night that's going to be the subject potentially of a different hearing down the line on an argument by the defense that the FBI essentially messed up the evidence to such an extent that the case should be thrown out. And the purpose of those photos was to show that the way Donald Trump stored those highly classified documents containing some...
Highly classified. Were they highly classified? We don't know. We don't know what the documents are, but you have already made a determination that they were highly classified.
Some of the nation's most sensitive secrets was so chaotic and so messy that his argument is ridiculous. And Jack Smith's office filed an impassioned brief overnight making that case.
An impassioned brief. Oh, Jack Smith is so glorious.
In court, and Jack Smith is there, Donald Trump is not, they're fighting a different set of motions by the defense, where the defense is arguing that the warrant wasn't properly constructed, essentially that the Justice Department was not fully candid with the magistrate judge, and that therefore the evidence should be tossed. And then the more consequential argument, I think, is their effort to get removed from the case the very crucial notes that were taken based on a memorandum recorded by Donald Trump's lawyer, Evan Corcoran, obtained by Jack Smith under what's known as the crime fraud exception to attorney-client privilege.
Yes, they're trying to override the attorney-client privilege of communications between Donald Trump and his lawyer, claiming that there's the crime fraud exception. Now, the crime fraud exception means that the lawyer themselves are also in the process of committing a crime by advising their clients or whatever, or were part of the crime. Yeah, I don't think so. But they're going to try that.
Federal judge in Washington ruled that this evidence was okay, but now the defense is trying to get Judge Eileen Cannon to exclude it on the grounds that it should have been protected by attorney-client privilege. And this is some of the most important evidence in the case, Chris, with clear evidence of obstruction of justice, including Evan Corcoran saying that Donald Trump made a plucking motion as if to suggest he was removing documents that were under subpoena by the Justice Department.
Oh, he made a plucking motion. You mean like when he talks like this and he does this and he talks with his hands and he does this? Is that a plucking motion? I don't know. That's funny. Thank you, Avocados Diablo, dropping another small bullet in the tip jar saying, serious question. What does it matter that papers are strewn all over the floor in disarray? Am I supposed to clutch pearls? The paper was not treated with respect or something? Not like he had them spread across the front lawn. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of this stuff was removed from the White House by staff, aides, whatever, and then they just stored it. And they probably hadn't looked at it since. It was locked in closet and shit in Mar-a-Lago. Who knows? And what does that mean? Well, let's see how Newsmax reports this, because it's going to be, this is 6 minutes. I'm not doing 6 minutes on this. Let me go to Julie Kelly, though, because she's been following this close. She says, holy shit! Special Counsel Jack Smith just admitted the FBI added cover sheets to alleged classified documents found at Mar-a-Lago and took photos for evidence. This confirms my report from last month that the FBI doctored evidence to produce stunt photos of classified docs at Mar-a-Lago. So here is what she showed us here in this little highlighted part at the bottom. As part of the processing of seized documents marked classified, ERT photographed the documents with appropriate cover sheets added by FBI personnel next to the box in which they were located. The photographs attached as Exhibit 8 are examples. So remember that photo they showed in the middle of this report on MSNBC? where they said, oh my God, the picture right here, right at the beginning of this article, or this where is it? Let's see if I can find it here. This picture right here. The FBI added those top secret cover sheets. That's not how they appeared in the box. That's hilarious that they actually missed that part of the trial. So anyway, and then she's been following this. So here we go. I'm going to continue with Julie Kelly here. I think this is a thread. Yes, it is. FBI agents allegedly found loose classified cover sheets in a blue leather-bound box in Trump's office. Then suddenly, some were attached to classified documents. Also, why are FBI placeholder sheets in classified discovery? Because, they're supposed to just leave it pristine, right? So here it is. Entry photos were taken of the anteroom, Trump's office, both bathrooms. Filter teams, agents discovered in a closet, a blue covered leather-bound box full of various papers, including numerous newspapers, newspaper clippings, boxes, note cards of various sizes, presidential correspondence, empty folders, and loose cover sheets for classified information, as well as documents marked classified. Then down here, government produced... On June 2024, the government produced in classified discovery the initial placeholder sheets. So they're the ones who added the sheets. So, as I reported last month, the FBI brought colored classified cover sheets to raid under the guise of using them to substitute classified documents found within Trump boxes. Instead, FBI agents attached the scary-looking sheets to various files and took photos. So they staged the photos. In the DOJ's opposition to Trump's special master lawsuit in 2022, Jay Brott attached infamous photo as a prop so the media would have published it and claim the papers were found with classified cover sheets. And so this is another one of those photos where they took all these cover sheets that the FBI added to them, put them on the floor, and when we saw this picture back whenever it was in 2022, you remember this? How they said they found this classified document just strewn all over the floor. No, the FBI removed them from the boxes, put their own cover sheets on them so that it would look a lot scarier, dropped them on the floor and took pictures and claimed they were doing it for evidence. Well, guess what? Now they didn't replace any of the evidence back in the boxes in the order they found them. So that's also part of the motion that they have this evidence thrown out because they fucked up and didn't leave it in the way they found it. And the Department of Justice, Jack Smith's team, not the Department of Justice, because we don't even know if Jack Smith is a part of the Department of Justice or if he is independent of the Department of Justice. That's a whole nother court hearing. Jack Smith's team admitted it. They're the ones who let us know they didn't put them. They don't know if they're in the right order because they didn't put them back. The FBI agents didn't return them in the order they were found, and they left the fake FBI cover sheets that said top secret in the replaced document. So it's kind of a mess. You don't know you have no idea what they did. Did they tamper with evidence? They fuck up the evidence? Who knows? So that is the update on that. I'm going to leave the thread open there. Since I need to finish the show today, I'm going to just go through other headlines. In Breitbart, this is John Curtis. U.S. Representative John Curtis wins Republican Senate primary to succeed Mitt Romney. He beat the Trump-endorsed candidate. 51%. The Staggs, the guy that, which is Riverton mayor that Donald Trump endorsed, got 28% of the vote. So that's another primary result. Let's see here. This is, there's another. Now I'm going to finish with this, even though I have a lot of other articles, but I did want to get to this because today you're going to be hearing a lot about this. You're going to hear a lot about this. So 16 Nobel Prize winning economists. I wonder if that jackhole from the New York Times is part of this. 16 Nobel Prize winning economists have warned that Donald Trump's economic policies could reignite inflation and harm the U.S. and global economies if he wins the presidential election. in November. They argued that Trump's plans would cause lasting harm to the economy while Biden's economic agenda is considered superior. This warning comes amid a debate on the potential economic impacts of the Trump presidency, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, 16 Nobel Prize-winning economists warns that Trump's policy will reignite inflation. Whatever, Victor Shi, he's one of these Democrat shills. This is huge. 16 Nobel Prize-winning economists just warned that Donald Trump's economic plans will reignite inflation and damage the global economy if he wins, and say that President Biden's policies are vastly superior to Trump's. I wonder, what's that asshole from the New York Times? Who knows? Paul Krugman. I bet Paul Krugman's among this group. I don't see. Let's see. Let's see if the New York Post names any of the Nobel Prize winning economists. I bet Krugman is part of that group. He's a Nobel winning prize economist, and he's made predictions over every last several presidents, and they've always been wrong. Oh, by the way, I wonder how many of these 16 Nobel Prize winning economists are also ex-intelligence officials who warned us about the Hunter Biden laptop. Anyway, let's see. The jointly signed letter, first reported by Axios, says economic agenda of President Biden is vastly superior to Trump's, the former Republican president seeking a second term. The economists say Trump's economic plans will reignite inflation, blah, 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 blah. I want to know the list. I want the names. Let's see. Let's see if it's in the Axios article. I want the names of the economists. Yeah, reignite inflation. When did it stop? Exactly, Green Badger. Okay, where is it? I want to see the actual letter. 60 Nobel Prize winning economists are jumping into the presidential campaign with a stark warning, blah, blah, blah. Inflation could be, wait a minute. Nobel laureates are lending their academic prestige to a political argument that the Biden administration has been making for weeks. Inflation would be worse under Donald Trump. While each of us has differing views on the particulars of various economic policies, we all agree that Joe Biden's economic agenda is vastly superior to Donald Trump, the 16 economists write in a letter obtained by Axios. Well, why not show us the letter so we know who's on it? I'll bet you $1 to donuts that Paul Krugman is involved. And because he always predicts that Republicans will be a disaster and Democrats will be pristine. All right. So there's a lot of other articles that I'll drop in the links, which I already have open, but I obviously I'm not getting to. But one was this. I don't know if you saw the other day in Los Angeles. There was a protest outside an LA synagogue, and some of the Palestinian protesters, whatever, started attacking anyone who happened to be of the Jewish faith. And part of this was due to the Washington Post reporter Taylor Lorenz, who is defending the protest, because they were saying that they were talking about a real estate event where they were auctioning off Palestinian land. And geez, it just turns out it was a lie. Taylor Lorenz on Monday published a false claim that a Los Angeles synagogue was auctioning off Palestinian land this week, a conspiracy theory that led to a violent anti-Semitic protest outside the Jewish house of worship on Sunday. Lorenz, who covers social media for the Post, often complains about being targeted by online harassment, reposted multiple comments on X, formerly Twitter, defending synagogue's protesters promoting false allegations and slamming the media, including her former employer, the New York Times, for failing to give the allegation oxygen. The synagogue was in fact hosting an industry expo on real estate investing in Israel, and the false claims that Adas Torah was selling Palestinian land to have originated from radical anti-Israel groups, including Code Pink and the Palestinian Youth Movement. So she was amplifying this bullshit. That's in the Washington Free Beacon. Daily Caller, sanctuary state governor tells illegal immigrants not to come because of lack of shelter space. So in Massachusetts, the governor, who loves to have Massachusetts known as a sanctuary state, now no longer wants people to show up. Good morning, woo, what's up? Now what studio's in the house? My friend from high school. My dear friend from high school, I should add. Legal insurrection, another illegal alien doing dastardly things. You want to see that? Oh, by the way, speaking of those 52 intelligence agents, which, you know, that might be an oxymoron too, but spies who lie, leaders, co-signers were CIA contractors when they falsely implied Hunter Biden laptop was a Russian fake. So some of these people who signed the fake laptop story, who lied about the laptop, were active CIA contractors when they claimed that files from the first son, his laptop, had classic earmarks of Russian disinformation campaign. Oh my gosh, they were contractors with the CIA? Go figure. Anyway, I got to stop. There's a bunch of other articles that are going to be in the links today. You can look at them yourself because I dropped the links in the chat and in the description of this video on both Rumble and YouTube. I got to go, though. So thank you for joining me today on the Morning Night Live. This is an abrupt ending, but it just is. Please share the stream even though it's over. Okay, hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Most of you have, but some of you have not. And if you want to sponsor the show 24 hours a day, pdognight.live, drop a couple of bucks in the tip jar every once in a while, like our superstar sponsor of the day, Avocados Diabli. And on that note, I got to go. Thank you. The links will be in the chat. My name is P-Dog Night, and I'm out of here. Bye. Have a great day. Hey, this is P-Dog Night, and thank you for watching today on the P-Dog Night channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P-Dog Night, and I'm out of here.